Hi everyone. Today we'll discuss the topic of electrostatics in EMTL. What are the competitive exam questions you will get in the electrostatics? Today we'll discuss electrostatics. The first topic in the EMTL. Now here under the electrostatics, first you need to know the representations of these one. Integration with respect to the line. This you can call as the line integral. And integration with respect to the surface. You can call this as the surface integral. Integration with respect to volume, dV. You can call this as the volume integral. These are the three integrals. Along the line, line integral. Along the surface, surface integral. Along the volume, volume integral. Now, the next competitive bit will be the Stokes theorem and divergence theorem. The statement as well as the equation of the Stokes theorem and divergence theorem here we'll see. First one will be the Stokes theorem. Here Stokes theorem statement is, it is used to convert the line integral into the surface integral and vice versa. Line integral to surface integral. Conversion. Line integral to surface integral and vice versa. That is, surface integral can also be converted into the line integral by using the Stokes theorem. This is the statement of the Stokes theorem. Now here the equation will be line integral, as we have seen how we will represent integration with respect to the line, and here I am taking a vector of A and dl. Here this circle represents, it is of closed path, which will be equal to surface integral del cross A ds. This is the cross representation. This you can call as the del operator. Del operator. Now here integral of A dl with respect to the line equal to surface integral of del cross A ds. Del cross A, cross, and here this is the del operator. This is the statement of the Stokes theorem, which is important for the competitive bits. Stokes theorem statement is line integral to surface integral conversion and vice versa, and the equation is line integral of A dl equal to surface integral of del cross A ds. Here A is any vector you are considering. And the next one will be the divergence theorem. Next one is the divergence theorem. Here the divergence theorem statement is, this theorem is used to convert the volume integral into the surface integral. Volume to surface integral. Volume to surface integral. Volume to surface integral and vice versa. Now the equation in terms of the volume integral to surface integral will be volume integral, and here del dot A dv. This is the dot operator. This is the del. You can call this as the del dot A dv equal to surface integral along the closed path. Here del cross A ds. The volume integral is converted into the surface integral by using the divergence theorem. Whereas in the Stokes theorem, line integral is converted into the surface integral. This is the equation of the divergence theorem, and the statement is volume integral to the surface integral conversion and surface to the volume integral conversion. That is the statement of the divergence theorem. Next here we will start the Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law, one of the basic law. What the statement of the Coulomb's law? Suppose consider here two charged particles you are having, Q1 and Q2. Point charge particles. These are separated with a distance of small r. Then what is the force on Q1 because of Q2? On Q2 because of Q1? Or what is the force in between these two charges? That will be calculated by the Coulombs by the equation F is equal to, or the basic fundamental statement is F is proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square. That is, the force acting between these two charge particles is proportional to the here Q1 Q2 product and inversely proportional to the distance separating between these two charge particles. Or you can write F equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square, where K is a constant. K is a constant. Here you will consider the value of the constant equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. K is a constant. You can consider the value as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here where the epsilon naught represents the permittivity. Epsilon naught represents the permittivity, whose value is epsilon naught equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad per meter. Very important. The value of this one is very important. Epsilon naught equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad per meter. Units are also important. This will be asked in the competitive examinations. Epsilon naught units, farad per meter. And as we know that force you can express in newtons. The units of force will be newtons. Units of force will be newtons. So F is expressed in newtons, epsilon naught is expressed in farad per meter. This is the Coulomb's law. Next here we will discuss the electric field intensity. What is the relation between the electric field intensity as well as the force? Here we will see. Electric field intensity. This one you can represent with capital E. Electric field intensity you can represent with capital E, whose value will be equal to E equal to F by Q. Electric field intensity equal to the force per charge. As we know, the units of force will be newtons and the unit of Q, charge, will be coulombs. So from this you can have the units of electric field intensity will be the Newton per coulomb. E equal to F by Q. From this equation you are having the Newton per coulomb as the unit for the capital E. And one more equation also we have for E, that is V by D, where V is the potential, D is the distance, potential difference, or you can call this is the electric potential divided by the distance. From this the units will be volts per meter. So from this you can write volt per meter. So for the electric field intensity you are having two units. One is Newton per coulomb, another one is the volt per meter. This is very important. In one of the competitive examination previously he asked the units of electric field intensity. Units of electric field intensity. Units of electric field intensity, and the options was given as A. Newton per coulomb, B. Volt per meter, C. Both, and D. None. So in this way you have to choose the option as both, because the E is having the units of Newton per coulomb as well as the volt per meter. So you have to choose the answer as C, both. And the next one will be the potential, or you can call electric potential. Or if you want to express the electric field in terms of the charge, the equation will be E equal to, as we know, F by Q. From this you can write E equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. This is the equation of E in terms of the charge and distance. E equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. Now we will see the electric potential. Electric potential you can represent with V. Electric potential, V, and the relation between E and V also we will see here. Units of potential will be the volts. Units of potential will be the volts. Now here see, what is the equation for the V is equal to, as we know that, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. the electric potential value will be equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q represents the charge and R is the distance. Now here it will be the units will be the volts. Now what is the relation between the E and V? Means V equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. As we know that E is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. From these two equations you can write V equal to minus integral of E dot dl, the relation. This negative sign indicates that the potential and the electric field are acting in opposite direction. Potential is in opposite direction acting towards the electric field. So you can write V equal to minus E dot dl. And from this you can have one important equation, E equal to minus del V. It is very important. Most of the competitive examinations was asked in this question. Instead of this equation, the statement of this one is very important. Electric field intensity is the negative gradient. This you can read as gradient. Electric field intensity is the negative gradient of the electric potential. The statement is very important. Try to remember this one. So here these are the concepts just now we have seen. In my next session I will discuss the Gauss law as well as the Maxwell's first two equations. Subscribe this channel so that you will get all the notifications of my upcoming videos. Thank you all.